It's time. It's time. We're here. Final moment. Of course, my entire PC decides to stop absolutely dying now. We'll make sure everything's working. Everything seems to be laggy and delayed. That fucking knew this shit would start. If my computer decides to crash before we start, I'm not even going to attempt to go live again. We should be good, everything should be working, hopefully. So yeah, it was good. Everyone that's on LOE and Flash, nice to see you, man. We'll be bringing you into the call shortly. I just need to make sure everything doesn't crash first. Turn this off now, actually. Everything should be good and working. Everything should kind of be back to where it was before. It doesn't sound awful. It doesn't sound terrible anyway, but I use all day. Just try to fix myself. You can't tell I feel miserable. I look miserable. I am miserable. I have not been feeling well over the last 24 hours or so. I've been pretty sick, if you can't tell by my voice. But yeah, if I'll do my best to cover what I can in this one. To be honest with you, if I feel too bad, I'll just end the stream. But I do have Flash with me in this one, so I'm just making sure nothing else is laggy or is bad. It doesn't look as bad now. I think everything should be fixed and good. But yeah, this one's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a very good game, I think. Obviously, Inverness will need to come out and play with a hell of a lot of pressure early on out the gates and stuff like that. But we'll run you through the lineups, and then, like I said, I'll bring Flash in because he's on co-commentating me with the day for when I can't speak, basically. But we'll start with Inverness's lineups because realistically, it's probably the one that makes the most sense. But we've got Ridgers in net, and I've got, I'm presuming that's Diaz or D's. I'm going to just call him D's for D's nuts because that's funny. Harper, Devine, Duffy, and then obviously they've got Allardyce and Welsh in their midfield. Shaw, Carlson and Henderson is their anchor three, and then Mackay is their, front man. And then obviously our lineup, I'm much more optimistic about this one. Johnston's in the starting 11 again. A lot of people would have had doubts that he was going to miss, obviously, large parts of today's match. Or there was doubts that he was even going to be fit for today's match in general, but he is fit. But obviously Joe Hart gets his spot back. Obviously Awat and Starfelt are the holding midfielders. Taylor, we've held that midfield free and so often this season, but that's what we've got. We've got O'Reilly, McGregor, Natati, and then we've got Maeda, Furashi and Jota as well for good measure. Like I said, this game's very easily accessible. If you don't know where it is, it's on BBC, or BBC Scotland for those that are Scottish or whatever like that. So this isn't going to be a major view stream. I'm not expecting to. I'm not going to even pull in fucking 30 viewers if I'm lucky. But everyone that's here, hello. But like I said, we'll be bringing in Flash now as well. I just need to unmute myself. He's muted and call as well. But this one's going to be a very good game. We were talking about predictions and stuff kind of halfway through the match. So in my head, I think this is going to be a very straightforward game, hopefully. And how you doing, Joe? Nice to see you, man. 4-1 your prediction. And then Ange confirming he's staying tomorrow. That'd be the double down of the fucking season, wouldn't it? And he just holds up the contract at the end of the match and goes, aye, that's enough. But yeah, me and Flash were talking about it. I think for me, I kind of stuck with the 4-0, 5-0 kind of side of things, because Inverness, let's be real, they're not that great, and I'm basing it off of what we've seen recently. You're only as good as your last performance, and our last performance against Aberdeen was pretty fucking convincing for me to sit here and go, whatever happens, that starting 11, I have faith. I have a lot of faith in it. Obviously, anything can happen. Football's a funny fucking sport like that, we know, but you look at that formation, the only thing I can say to Inverness's credit is that they haven't gone with a 5 at the back. They're not trying to play defensive, they're not trying to be too clever, they're just doing the basics right, playing with a good enough shape and probably just hoping for the best, to be honest with you. But I've strong, solid faith in our lineup and stuff like this. And I mean, like I said, I wasn't going to miss the end of the season, both the last game of the season for anything. But we've already got a couple of people in here and we're 5 minutes away from the kick off. Yeah, but like I said, I've not been feeling too hot. If you can't tell by how flushed my face is, I've been spewing a fair amount over the last, I'd say about 30 hours. So there'll be points where I just stop talking because I'll feel awkward. But like I said, I'll do my best to cover what I can without feeling too unsteady. Obviously, hell's in my face and everything as well, which is always nice. But I mean, for anyone that's in chat, did you just watch the other FA Cup? Or I guess, you know, Nations Cup before this. Obviously, Man City and Man United were playing. Me and Flash were watching that just before this. Obviously, Man City won 2-1 for those that don't know. So, Gaz, if wait, Virtual's the Man United fan, I just realised. Well, Virtual, if you're in chat, unlock it. Yeah, but it's a packed out Hampden crowd, man. And we're just about getting ready to walk out, so we'll be underway in the next 4 or 5 minutes officially game-wise. Like I said, this one's going to be good. I know, yeah, for anyone that was in here, do you remember last week when I nearly, you know, hanged my wrist? Turns out I fucked it worse than I thought. Oof, this is going to be good. We'll get one last run down of the lineups before we kick this one off, because obviously I know there's some people in here that came in just a tad late, but we'll go through the lineups first. Obviously, Ridgers, Harper, Diaz, or D's, I'll be calling them D's, Devine, Duffy, Allardyce and Welsh. Then obviously Shaw, Carson, Henderson and Mackay is their front four. Obviously Mackay's going to be their key player, if it's not a surprise to anyone already. But our lineup, for those who haven't seen, Johnston is fit and declared able to go. He's able to do what's necessary. This should be good, and for the final game of the season, it's a good enough lineup as any to get the job done first of all, but to just make sure that it's over and done with as well, because like I said, the last thing we want to do is give Inverness a chance. You're here for the treble today, very much what I like to hear, mate. I'll be curious to see what Inverness do, but like I said, in my head I think it's going to be a pretty comfortable 3-4-0 win. I think 4-0 is what I would say. And they're just talking about obviously the chances. There's Big Ange. Just looks calm and composed. Now is not the time to get hiccups, I swear to God, man. But we'll pop off, gentlemen, we'll pop off. I've no doubt about it. Like I said, we've got strong benches. I haven't even read out the benches. My dumbass never even read out the benches. There are the benches, for those that are curious. We've got Askabanovic, Ibarra, Turnbull, Hyung-Seo. Of course, he's going to definitely be one of the first changes we make if there is a change. We've got Bernabé, Segrist, Forrest, Ralston and Welsh 2-1 Celtic. That's a pretty respectable prediction, but I'm in the volition that Inverness won't do too much today. But their subs are obviously Durant, McGregor, Hyde, Mackay, another Mackay, Delaney, Samuels, Woods and Boyd. So I think I was calling them the Mackay squad because they have like literally like 10% of their team called Mackay. Pretty fucked up if you ask me, but that is the lineups as it stands. And like I said, we'll be underway in about a minute or so. There's Ange just smiling. It's a tifo that you can look at and just fucking hell, man, look at that. You can't sit there and say that we don't half do good tifos. That's two weeks in a row we've popped off. We'll go back up to the this one up here. If they went, I'm taking my Celtic cut off and greeting to. Well, I mean, the minimum expectation is that we win the game. Let's be fucking real. I'd be very surprised if we don't. How you doing, Joe? Nice to see you, man. 8th treble, exactly. I've been away for a fair few of them now. But, I mean, there is history to be made today. That's why I said no matter what I was going to try and be live. I am ill. I am dying. I do not feel good. But like I said, I will stream for as as long as I can. Well, the lineups look different, obviously through Viaplay, but like I said, the game's on BBC as well if you're wanting to watch it on that. But on this, it's a 4-5-1, so I don't know if they would have changed that to match. But I think all they've done is they've kind of just pushed one of them further up. Which again makes sense, but we should be getting... It'll be relatively shortly. I'm just going to keep refreshing it until it decides to... Oh, look at that, man. I might not be well, but that's some atmosphere to look at it, no matter what you fucking say. Boys, we'll get into huddle formation and we'll be ready to go. And if it's underway, better, I mean, I'll probably have a little bit of a delay through stream delay and stuff like that as well. We're usually about a minute or so behind in these kind of scenarios, but like I said, gentlemen, we'll do what we can. Hey then, Robert, man. Nice to see you, mate. Give us another refresh because the stats should be up and running because they're getting ready to kick off here. But I don't know, I imagine Google's just going to do what's necessary, I'd imagine, take its time, but here we go. Final game of the season, the last time I'll be live for the 2022-2023 season. We're officially underway, and this is when things will get a bit more interesting, I'll be honest. Awata's going to try and play it out from the back immediately, and we're going to look to go straight down the wings, and this is the thing that Inverness will have to be able to do very well, is stifle any wing chances that we make, because going through the middle might not work, admittedly, with the way that Inverness have set themselves up. But it's not to say that Celtic won't try and expose everything, and right away there's a good ball in behind. Maeda's there to chase, but doesn't quite go where it needs to. Ah, there we go, speak of that.
Oh.
For those that are hanging there, that's Flash, who's just joined there.
Of course.
It's going to be punted forward and gathered away. We're just about a minute going in this game. I'll give you a rough idea of how delayed it is by about a minute or so. Early goal is crucial. You're absolutely fucking spot on there, mate. But Watchalong will try and play it out for the back again. This is where the spread play can work. Like I said, it's all about Inverness' shape here. They're going to have to keep it solid. And
What you on, Kaka? I'm on 118, 19, 20.
138.
Wait, you're ahead of me?
But yeah, that's why I'm actually getting surprised by that. But like I said, Discord delay. And Starfield's going to try and chase it out. It takes a weird deflection. It could have found its way through there. I think he'll go if he just kind of held his run, but Inverness will take it away and just buy the easy foul. For those that don't know, it's Beaton that's in charge for this game today. Hello to the 20 of you that are in chat. Like I said, today's goal was pretty much like 30.
Mine just fast forward. As soon as I ended the stream on Discord, mine just forwarded to 203, 4, 5.
Yeah, pretty much kind of close to where I'm on.
Okay, well there we go. So we're bang on the game, apparently.
Starfield's
That's
just
good.
Barricade that one out. Yep. By the goal.
That's good that we're synced up now.
I'm not too far. I think I'm probably like a few seconds ahead.
Well, I think I managed to sync it up, which is nice.
It's going to go down the wing. Let's see what's going to happen here. Atati's just holding his ground. They'll try and play it across. Starfelt's got options and opts to play it to the other side. That's a good first touch for Johnston to try and buy the space. And there's the first over the top of the game. And Jota's quick, but he's not that quick. He won't get to that one fast enough. Right idea, right press, but Jota just, like, again, he wasn't getting there, was he? Fuck. Yeah, right, give it to his legs. I'm going to go and shut that window because now every single animal in a fucking 300-yard distance has decided to bark. Doesn't that surprise me? Fixed. Everything should be good now. If there's any audio issues or anything in chat, please let me know. There's a good high press engaged in here as well, by the way, and Inverness are really not giving themselves too many options, because whenever they get the ball in, they're forced to kind of play it back outside the... Usually up that left-hand flank, they're trying to expose Johnston, because he's not, I guess what you would say, fully fit.
Yeah.
Just go for easy throwing Inverness, we'll just try and force it up that side. What I'm more curious to see is if Maeda decides to, you know, not just use his pace this game, because this is the thing, what I said about the way Inverness plays is that if they're going to do anything, they're going to have to quick break. And if Maeda can stifle them, obviously Jota's really good on the ball anyway, and Kyogo's reliable as ever when it's in the box, but Inverness are just losing the ball way too often. Don't know if that's a corner or a goal kick, but I think it's a goal kick. Kind of surprising for Jota, in all honesty. I thought it might have taken a nick off the inside boot there, but I can see your comments, mate, I can see them. They appear down below me whenever I hang them as well, but you're definitely not wrong. Like Inverness, like I said, if they're going to do anything, they're going to have to be quick. And the one thing that I can say safely about the way Inverness play is that they are not quicker than Celtic. Celtic's one of the quickest teams, not just in Scottish football, but arguably in world football. So Inverness won't be able to keep the pace. Yeah, and as Robert says. There's early pressure here for Celtic. It's a good indication of how the day's game is going to go. Like I said, the first 20 minutes will tell you everything you need to know, and Inverness have done basically nothing. There's a good ball in, and could have got through to Kyogo, but doesn't quite do that. There's a couple of deflections and bounces, a little awkward at times for Inverness. They're just trying to stretch their lines too thin, and Celtic have options to kind of just get in front of them and cut the ball out, but the boys in blue do get it under control, and eventually just about get it up towards the wingers, but it's just going to be walked outside. How you doing, Stephen? Nice to see you, Chief. Okay, opinion on the Manchester derby. Not that good. At least if you're going by today's game standards, it was not that good. The goal that Gundogan scored, the first goal, was beautiful, but it's hard to really say much else besides that. The penalty call was fucking stupid.
Penalty call was a shambles, and the second goal was a catastrophe of defending by Man United.
Basically, yeah.
And that's it. Who the fuck cares?
Oh, Inverness have lost out here. Jota. Good ball in behind. There's options. It's a little awkward. It should be a corner kick, but it's not again. It's a goal kick this time as well. That's twice what it looks like. They've got it into the right area, and then it's just a wonky touch, I guess, would be the best way to say it. You think Cali will get us with a set piece? Well, it depends if they can get into the areas to make set piece chances to begin with. It's all well and good if, obviously, if Celtic play the way that we're doing right now and we don't fuck anything up and we just continue this for the next 80, 90 minutes, I don't see them getting more than a handful of chances, but I feel like we're going to try and do what we did last week against Aberdeen, just stifle them outright rather than, you know, giving them half XG chances or half chances, I suppose. Just don't give them any at all. There's that ball back across, and I will try and just recover it. Good flick ahead, but Hatate just says no thank you, goes back instead, deflect across. Hatate will take it again. Right idea for Taylor to try and squeeze that in behind, doesn't quite go where it needs to though, and it'll just deflect after a Celtic shot, and Inverness will get to sit down and give themselves a second of breathing space. The only thing I can really complain about right now is the fact that we're not making clear-cut chances. I would just like to see us get us into the box and fire a couple of shots in. It'd be pretty nice to see, but the ball's going to be cleared up, deflected off, and Awata once again just stifles it and stamps it. Hart will be able to recover and go again. Just the right idea, and Starfelt will just play it in towards that middle space. Taylor's more or less a inerted midfielder for now. Wow, once again just kind of cuts it across. He only needs 2 goals for 35 Kyogo. I mean, it's certainly doable. It's probably the easiest game of the season for Kyogo to actually have the chance to score to. But as they come forward here, it could work wonders. Taylor switched it to Maeda and turn. He's looked to go at central. Tati's going to play it back towards Awata, who was looking for a pass through. It still could be awkward, but we'll just let it bounce out wide for a easy corner kick. That's what we like to see. It's a quick set piece though, and I think Joe was trying to find Starfelt, doesn't quite get to him. McGregor. Just about guard and retained by Hitatia. Kind of awkward first touch or so, but eventually gets under control. Right idea. Maeda's going to play it out on that right hand side, gets it in. Here we go. Taylor to O'Reilly, back to Taylor. Goes for a snapshot cross, but it's actually really well blocked. And eventually just kind of deflected it, I think, off at Welsh's challenge. I'm not sure if it's a goal kick or not, but we're playing right into that low sun thanks to the stupid kick half time. Yeah, I mean, the only, again, there's not too much to complain about for what I've seen so far. Like I said, Celtic were doing the right things, but we're just not getting them into the right areas. We're breaking into the flanks well, we're holding up what we need to hold up. Inverness aren't getting more than maybe a touch or two before they're put under immediate pressure, and even when they do, it's usually just quickly stole off them anyway, so I'm not worried about it. And there's a good ball through, actually, a really good ball, but Jota again just tries to snap the cross in a little too early, and Geraldine going, Jota, quick throw back, and Johnston will just hold it up. Takes it in towards the midfield, the Portuguese, and ball over the top, trying to find them, doesn't quite get to what it wants, but Maeda's going to win it back. Starfelt. Atai tries to play a clever ball in behind, but it's just blocked out by another shot in blue, and they can try and break forward again and do something here. Played in towards that midfield space and punted long, and there is a run on here. Inverness could do something with it, but Hart's just going to confidently stand there. I'm pretty sure it was offside, even if he did get to it first. Right intent from Mackay, but it doesn't quite do much more than that. Played into that midfield space, and it was a good 50-50 battle there between Hattati and Welsh, but the kind of deflected pass off of Hattati's effort just kind of takes it away for Kyogo on that side. Rough start, but at least not a goal down. I mean, that's the thing. If you're Inverness, the one thing you can smile about is the fact that you're safe in the knowledge that we haven't had a shot yet. Celtic will more or less be thinking the same, but obviously we've had way more of the ball and way more chances than them. We just kind of need to get actual, shots at goal off. Because that's the thing, I'm not sitting here complacent. I know for a fact that obviously if Inverness catches on the break, they can score. They do have tall physical players, so I think, like you said, Robert, set pieces and stuff like that, they will be, a lot more difficult to piece together. How you doing, Paul? Nice to see you, man. There's the deflected pass. It does finish.
Just a shame. There's not land of rain.
Back out wide, Taylor. kind of holds his float for a second here. Johnston's got to play it back across, and there could be something on here if he decides to try and be a little too clever. Goes back towards the space instead, and the water will square the ball towards Starfelt, and we'll try it again, except this time Starfelt's only about 40 yards away for the box.
Only.
Inverness are basically camped in at this point in time. I think they're just trying to stifle out any in behind chances. There's a good intent for Taylor. Maeda should get there and does. Snapshotted straight through Taylor, but it does find its way to Atati instead. Could be something on here, and there is a. That's way over hit for Awata. Like, there's over hitting a pass, and then there's absolutely. Google is glitched, why am I not fucking shocked? I keep saying this multi-billion-dollar corporation. And they can't even tell me a scoreline half the time. Right, there we go, it should have fixed by now. 0 shots for each team. Yeah, it's quite low. There's Carter Vickers, god damn it. He looks in good health anyway. That's the one thing we can take. But by the way, I know this stream's going to do shit in comparison, so anyone that's here, I know everyone that's in chat's already basically subscribed, but if you could like the stream and stuff like that, I'd appreciate it, because it at least keeps me in the algorithm. My header's been filled there, that should be a... I was going to say it was a kind of wild swing. I think he's kind of... on another world record, boys and girls. Lots and lots of Londoners. I was curious to see what we'll do with this chance, because we could probably swing it in towards the back stick, but it is within that range where, I don't know, if you're a O'Reilly or an Ajota, you might take the long shot. I don't see them doing that. I'd imagine they take the set piece towards the back stick, that's what I'm hoping, but it is within that territory, and it's a awkward one. I mean, Starfelt, or Johnston, sorry, wins the header and doesn't go to anyone. Gregor cleared away, stamped down by Taylor again. Inverness clear their lines, and that seems to be the only thing they're doing right now. Good play out towards that side, and they can do something with it. Atati, quick pass, nice, Taylor. To Maeda, that's the right idea, gets it out, back towards Atati. Deflects up off of Taylor's attempted 15, and Inverness will be able to try and gather the ball. Watchalong is immediately on his ass to try and put the pressure on. Why do I keep hitting shit? That's a deflected one. That should be a throw in for Inverness. I think it is. I don't think I've seen Joe Hart once in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. Thank God for that.
Well, yeah, if it stays like that to the end of the game, I'm not going to complain at all. There's another foul ball in there for Inverness. I think they're just going to play for straight, and I'm not too surprised by that. Good play out for the back here. Let's see what Inverness decide to do. This is the first time they've really had the ball. And immediately it's just to give it away. Nice, McGregor's going to gather and go again. Starfelt. Just slowly shifting his way up the field. What that? For Calmac, let's see what he does. Plays it safely in towards Jota. There's space opening up, but Celtic opting to just play it safe and form goes towards the back. Starfelt skips forward with it. Shame up as if he was going to have a crack there, but there's a ball over the top. The flex still awkward. It's hit up and over the bar. I'll tell you what, good effort, but nowhere near enough power. Hot's only touch was a header. Oh,
Yeah,
in point.
somehow you're ahead of me again, mate, and I don't know what's going on.
I generally couldn't tell you why. It was a stunted kind of shot into the ground for O'Reilly that was trying to look for something there, didn't quite do what it needed to do.
Main reason I don't get it either is because I'm like literally a 20-minute walk as well for Hampden.
That's good for Jota. That's really good for Jota, actually. Beautiful feet. What's he going to do here? They just kind of plays it back towards the midfield. I think Celtic are more than just content to sit in their half.
Cool.
I'll whack up. Back to Big Carl. He'll just try and kind of... Aye, Paul, it's... My hand's alright, it's sprained. There wasn't too much that I wasn't surprised by. It wasn't broken or anything, that's the one thing I can say. I'm just going to need to keep this fucking page open on the side since it wants to be a dickhead. That's a good play forward. Inverness will actually try and do something. Still technically not in our half yet, but at least they're trying to move forward, but they've gone back towards the goalkeeper and Ridges will probably just punt it out. Does exactly that. It is gathered by Inverness. Actually a really good touch to get it under control, but Maeda just gets in front of it and Taylor just gets floored trying to get to that one. It's going to be a throw in for Inverness. I'd just like to see a bit more in terms of chance creation, man. No offence, I have not seen Kyogo.
Very boring right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, we have all of the ball, but we're not doing anything with it. We need to put it into the fucking spaces. There's McGregor still running with it. Good stuff for the big man. Maeda's done brilliantly to get that through the legs, but Hatate did not see that coming in, slowed his run right down. Should have maybe have been a bit more alert to that one. Starfelt takes a risky-ish pass to try and get it back across towards Iwata, but we're going forward again. Johnston. There's that ball in behind. O'Reilly. Again, just tries to be too fucking clever with the inside touches and it just bounces off them 2 or 3 times. Inverness are kind of aware of that and they're just playing for the sake of trying to stifle it now, which is fair enough, you know what I mean? I can understand it, but it's kind of frustrating when it's the same fucking attack on loop. Just go through the middle and make some extra chances in that extra space and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Cal, it's giving me the option to speed this up, so give me your seconds. 22.
22-20 just gone.
22-20. Okay, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Oh, you're only about 2 or 3 seconds behind.
5, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
okay.
About 2 seconds.
Okay.
Well, there it is. Kyogo actually can do something with this. Here's the ball out wide. Jota hit the fucking thing, you done. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They are trying to be way too fucking clever. Take the touch and hit it. Fuck me, I get it, Jota. You're a silky, smooth, sexy baller. But see when you have 15 fucking months to take a chance, hit it. Tries to be way too clever. Takes about 4 extra touches than he needs.
All season, mate. He's done it all season.
Oh, he lays it back for Hatate, trying to find him, and then Hatate, in good measure, for the second time, isn't aware of it and then slips. Complacency in its fucking purest form, that. Next time, swing your fucking leg at it. It's what you're paid wages to do. Fucking hell, man. That won't even count as a shot, despite us sitting in the box for the better part of 40 fucking seconds there. And Inverness definitely get let away with one there, because any type of fucking situational awareness and there's a shot definitely on target there. Got to say, it's honestly piss poor for Jota. Johnston. Turn goes to try and find his man. Jota's got it again. Holds on to it. Back out wide for the Canadian. Inside to Tati. This time he's aware of it. Goes inside his man instead of outside and plays it across. It's a stupendously awful pass. And Starfelt will be able to just gather it and go again. But it's literally just the same thing on loop, on loop, on loop. Oh, fucking hell, guys. You do not need to hang about it. Congratulations if your Wayne's on the way, mate. Go there and be with your last man. You totally understandable. I hope it goes well, and I hope that the delivery's safe.
Corner to us. Come on, boys.
There we go.
Come on, boys.
Just a bit more pressure. That's all we kind of need to say. We keep that up and we'll be fucking smashing, but
I bet the Celtic fans in that stadium are like us. We can't believe that it's 25 minutes and there's barely been anything. Ball goes in. Starfelt in the middle. Oh, get your head to that. Oh.
It's going to be laid back towards Tati. He'll in turn just go towards Johnston and we'll try again. Nah, exactly it, man. Congratulations, guys.
It's a while on the ball. He's looking for options. He's going away to Jota. Jota's went back.
Johnston will just recover it. There's the captain, ball in behind. Could do something with this. Overlapping runs on there. He opts to hold it.
He's not going to hit it.
Loose pass, but it will find its way to good old Matt, and maybe he'll try and do something with this. He'll get tackled instead. Starfelt will gather it, and once again, Inverness are more than content to just poke the ball clear and keep it that way.
Big Matt O'Reilly, the Great Dane as we call him.
It's a very interesting line for Inverness because it's more or less 7 or 8 across the pack right now. McGregor.
He's going to probably play across, yeah. It goes out wide all the way to Maeda.
See what that guy can do. Ball across! Awkward.
Oh, come on, someone get a touch on that!
Right idea again, but unfortunately just not enough power on that initial attempt at the cross. It was the right idea for Maeda though. And once again, Inverness just punt the lines clear and Starfelt will gather it. There's Joe Hart, he does in fact exist. And we can go forward and try again. First name for a hash, but it's a boy, guys. I like that. I was going to say the camera guy was having a moment there. I was like, why can't I see what's going on?
Well done, BBC, for hiring that camera.
Joe is going to try and gather it. I think there's a few switches going on. Maeda's kind of pushed himself in more central, so I think Postecoglou is going to try and change something up. I think he's probably realising that we can probably just go through the middle of them now rather than trying to be too clever out wide. The last few times we've gotten into the box is basically for just playing it cleverly through them and not doing anything too unconvincing. But again, we're getting into the box, we're just not firing shots at them. It's going to be played back towards the back line and Ridgers will punt.
I mean, the fact that there's been 27 minutes and we've not had like more than even 5 shots is ridiculous.
Well, that's a really good feat there. If you can still keep it going, but
oh, that's not full. Fuck off.
Tries to be way too fucking what you would call rat bastard syndrome. Just goes down way too easily there because he knows that he's getting beat. Johnston doesn't look too particularly pleased with it, and to be honest with you, I can understand that. He gets pushed, does the exact same thing, but it's a foul for one and not for another. Got it. I can't hear anything on the phone at my sister. Listen, man, this is your day, you know what I mean? It's a bit of a shit thing as a Rangers fan to bring your kid into the world on a day that we win a trophy, but that's I suppose there's I suppose there's worse days to come.
Goes away to Greg Taylor. Greg, bring it forward. We got to bring it forward, lads. Taylor.
Oh, there we go. Good ball.
Great ball. Oh, you've got to play that a little bit sooner than that. Kyogo was on the run there. Good covering for the Califaso backline there.
Takes a deflection. McGregor wins it. Nice. Taylor could send it long here, but opts to just hold it up and then just.
Oh, ref! Come on!
Proof that the referee is indeed a 12-man.
That's all we need, isn't it?
And some block though. No, the ref getting in the weirdness, exactly. This has been one of the weirdest, because it's the most dominant game, one of the more dominant games I've seen. And he looks like he tries to jump out of the way and then, like, moves. Interesting. We'll let that one slide, ref, since nothing was going to come at it, even if it made its way through. But here's Carroll, what's the Swede going to do it? Taylor, right idea again, but no one was making that back post run. Again, I'm going to just say it as it is. I have not seen Kyogo once. Dude is fucking non-existent, so maybe bring on at half time, because genuinely Kyogo's just wasting a spot in the pitch right now. Which is a shame, because I want him to score twice and get his 35 goals, but if he's just going to disappear anytime we need him, then there's no use keeping him on. Because the amount of fucking times we're getting it down into those wings, down into those spaces, and we have that ball in, but Kyogo's just still sitting behind his man. Jaw. Ball out wide. They're trying to claim offside, but it wasn't.
A bit too late, but we'll take her. Come on, lads,
Oh,
you've got to help each other. Communicate with each other, for fuck's sake.
Yous have vocal cords, dickheads. Yous, I'm genuinely, this is going to be one of those games of FIFA, isn't it, where they get like one shot and fucking score it. Thought we would have scored by now, guys. So the drama call be fucking real with you, Chief, but apparently, no, they're allergic to taking shots right now. We're dominating the play, we're winning back every fucking challenge we basically put ourselves in for. Inverness has spent 90% of the game inside their own box. But for whatever reason, every time we've got it into said box, the fucking players just refuse to shoot. Mad. If Celtic win, can you do a back flip? Dylan, I couldn't even do a front flip. If we win, I'll try and figure out something. That was a good ball out back. Let's see what we do with this. Hatate, not Hatate, sorry, Awata plays it across to Starfelt. There's Hatate, and again, just too much on the additional pass, and Kyogo's just nowhere in the right space. He was offside even if it made it through. I am seeing what Celtic are trying to do. I know what's happening, but they're just not making it stick. It's just impossible for us to get any solid rhythm down those fucking inside passes. Because Kyogo doesn't know whether to stay or go, because anytime he has made a run, Jota pulls up and then just doesn't play it to him. And if he doesn't, usually every time it's played straight into that fucking space that he needs to be standing into. So I think I'm with you, Paul, man. We need to bring Owen in the second half and do something with that. Maybe push Kyogo out towards the left so at least he knows where he's meant to fucking be. But it's not to say Maeda's had a bad game, it's just obviously I still want Kyogo to have his chance at getting 35. To try and print it forward, but once again, yeah, like they get it as far as the final third and then immediately recovered by Starfelt. He's probably had more touches of the ball in the entire Inverness team. I'm not going to fuck around even try and lie to you. There's McGregor on a sweeping run though, out wide for Maeda. Goes inside, plays it. There's Kyogo trying to do. He get the pass away, but Maeda's first touch is again just a fucking letdown.
Oh no!
And he'll come in on this.
Thank God that Inverness aren't like that fast.
And shit at passing. It's like
that was a little bit of a communication error there at the back.
Not exactly. Neither team showing their true colours. I mean, if you're watching this as a neutral, you're like, what the fuck is this? because Celtic are just not putting their boot down. Like it's like we're like playing with our foot essentially, but it's not as if we're 2-0 up and have the right to be doing that. Here's my header though. There's a shot. It's a shot at least. It's a shot. I guess, but it wasn't going to do anything.
He knows it's pressure.
I'm fucked back for him dialing now just to get ready for the oh god, don't worry. It's just, honestly, the last 24-30 hours for me has not been enjoyable at all.
I'm not gonna lie. Even the last game of the season at home, my head looked completely and utterly fucked, as if he's played way too much football.
It's because he's running himself into the fucking ground, and to be fair, he has, but that it comes at the expense of, you know,
Didn't he
sharpness.
also play in the World Cup actually for Japan? Am I right in saying that?
I did.
My leg, there you go. Maybe that played a factor.
Aye, but not fucking 6-7 months down the line. It's just because he's been run into the ground, basically.
Oh, come on. Surely you would play that back instead of try to flick it when he's like right next to Greg.
I'm genuinely being serious when I say this. I need to see something for Hatate, and I need to see something for fucking Kyogo. Realistically, those two are wasting spots in the pitch right now, and sucks to say because they've been two of our best goddamn players over the course of the season, but it seems like whenever there's a fucking trophy involved, these cunts evaporate. Like, seriously, man, we're 35 minutes into a game where we've had the better part of, I'd imagine, at least 60% of the ball, if not way more, for essentially a couple of half chances, which, again, the shots that we haven't taken have been better fucking odds, but there's been one or two instances where Jota's tried to be too clever with the extra touch, or Maeda's tried to be too clever with the extra touch, or the ball's just overhit too much. And Inverness aren't trying to do anything clever. They'll literally get ball, punt it out, hope. I appreciate it, guys. Best of luck on your end too, Chief. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, like I said, man. Starfelt to Johnston. Maybe they should have took a touch inside, although that's a great pass, and O'Reilly does get a shot on target. We do have a shot on target, ladies and gentlemen. Moment of a round of applause for O'Reilly to actually do something. But finally we just cut out the wingers. None of that bullshit, just straight through the fucking middle. O'Reilly times he's run well, and to be fair, it's a pretty good shot for the fact that he's running on it on his weaker foot. So loose header for Johnston though, gathered back eventually, and should be able to just, or rather we should have, but it's gotten a little bit more awkward than it could have been. Callan's a good name, I like that. Never got a Aaron. They're actually really sweet names, mate. Yeah, well, case of point. Case of fucking point. I'll have to see that, man. Right, well, McGregor, he'll try and do something here, I'd imagine. Taylor. Just got the state by. Don't fucking hate there. Jota. Hey, Jota, here we go. Kyogo! Kyogo! Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
Come on!
Oh, I thought he skied it. I thought he honestly fucking skied that.
Get in, lad!
Oh, finally!
You
Finally!
go!
Jota doesn't take an extra touch. He just hits it into the fucking box like he's supposed to, and Kyogo finally makes the right decision to run in behind his man at the picture perfect time. Oh, that's a finish, by the way. That is a fucking clean goal. Again, fair fucking play to... Generally, that hold-up play was... It was O'Reilly that was on the ball, my bad. Sorry, I didn't even... They look the same for a distance. But he does brilliantly. Shimmies it into his right, gets it back across his man, and then just kind of aims towards like the middle of the 6-yard box. Kyogo gets in front of his man, and with his right foot, pops it up in towards the top corner, and we've got ourselves something to smile about, gentlemen. 1-0. Oh, yes. Catch you after, guys. Enjoy your day, mate. Absolute fucking beautiful. All of the scenes there, the support as well. We love to see it. That's what I said. We just need to start putting shots on target, and eventually things work out for us. And there we go, gentlemen. We've figured it out. Inverness are trying to come forward now. Piss off. Don't even fucking think about it. This is the one thing that will change now, is the fact that we have scored. Inverness won't have a choice but to not come forward. They're going to need to...
Glasgow. Oh.
That's not exactly... I had pulled it back for the foul. I was going to say I was a bit too quick to play for that. Thank God. I couldn't have put it better myself, Michael. But that's like I said, see, as long as we cut out the fancy schmancy pish and just started firing it at the goalkeeper, things would happen. I've had 3 shots in the last 4 minutes, 2 of them on target, 1 of them a goal.
It's fucking what we needed, honestly, mate.
Exactly, and the only thing now is that, like I said, Inverness will try and counter-attack now. That's clearly their game plan.
Oh, what ball?
So we just need to keep it out, Maeda.
No, I'll take that, lads. Come on.
Respectable.
What ball? Oh! I just needed a touch. Look at the tempo now.
Still awkward, still awkward.
Oh, back to the goalkeeper. Right, now slow it down a tiny bit.
But yeah, I was going to say both of them.
We've upped the tempo and it's great.
Well, we can sneak in one before half time, then life is good, and we'll be a lot more confident and comfortable going forward. Here's a water. Spread across from Johnston. Starfelt will try his best to shimmy it. And Maeda again gets it in behind. Right idea for Taylor. Again, good play, keeps it on the deck. Nice, that's what we need to see. Starfelt again. And all of a sudden there's midfield space opening up, and that's a great ball. Kyogo! Oh.
Oh my God, mate.
And she's away, but it's a lot more like it for Celtic. A lot more fucking like it first. Gets the ball in behind from a lovely infield pass. I think from Iwata, the one that played it in there, and it's a great first touch, and he kind of goes for like an outside the boot Trevella shot. Oh, I tell you what, by the way, half an inch. Half an inch, but Inverness are letting their pressure catch up to them. They're not letting themselves do much. As long as we keep these motherfuckers stifled, we'll be good. Taylor, we'll just disperse it back towards the big Swede. Iwata goes across to his man. Starfelt will try and just dilly-dally forward, do what's necessary and kind of put some extra pressure on. If we can get 1 or 2 more chances before the end of the half, I think I'll be a lot more content compared to how the first half an hour of the game went with like, what, 2, maybe 3 shots, none of them on target. Johnston lays it off. Jota holds it in the midfield again. Here comes Celtic, and there's a lot of space opening up in that midfield. They're stepping off more and more often.
It's a good ball.
Here's Johnston.
In the
there we go. Jota, awkward. Still could be awkward. There's 2 Celtic bodies there, but we'll just let it drop out for a throw in and play it safe. Quick dispersed throw, and we'll be able to shape up and go again. Starfelt. To the captain. He'll take a touch, lay it off, and we'll try and go down that right hand flank again. Johnston. Jota's been kind of clipped there, but no advantage played for the referee. Ball was in our position anyway, no real need for it. Don't know what Hatate was trying to do there. Still a little awkward, it's still bouncing around when it needs to, but...
Oh, they're panicked. Go on, punish that, Jota.
Got a chance.
Yeah.
Play it into space, and that should be a yellow card.
And he's just got a boot to the fucking head with a ball. No, not an actual boot, but ball booted into his head.
The follow through. At the very least, it should be a yellow card coming out because it's a very intentional trip. Do you think Ange will go to Spurs? Do I fuck? Not a chance in hell. Have you watched these, conferences on the build up to today's game? I don't think Spurs is even really in his mind. You know what I mean? Most managers would bite at it the second they're offered his job, like, you know, Tottenham, but he's quite clearly content in getting his job done here first. And like I said, I mean, if Ange's going to leave, at the very least, they would probably want to have a crack at the Champions League with us first. It's just my honest opinion. I think obviously it might change.
I never believe anything nowadays until it's confirmed because
Yeah,
the amount of bollocks that goes on is ridiculous.
Basically, until Sky Sports themselves come out and be like, yeah, he's moved, I won't believe it. But I don't see Postecoglou just ditching us.
And besides, there's no got European football next year either, have they?
Exactly my point. I think it's... I don't even know if it's conference. I don't even think it's Conference League. I don't think they get Europe all. Well, it shouldn't be too much threat from Inverness towards the end of this half. Realistically, they'll need to go in at half time.
No, Tottenham finished 8th and Aston Villa get conference football, so Tottenham get no European football whatsoever.
And yeah, Postecoglou would fucking leave for that.
So I doubt it. It'd be like when Brendan left. It would be like when Brendan left us for Leicester, and fucking Chris Sutton said, "Leaving Celtic for Leicester is bad because Leicester are not even as big as Celtic reserves."
Basically, yeah. So again, if he leaves, fair fucks, but he'll lose a lot of respect. And I mean a lot of it for the Celtic fans, because you're like, what the fuck's the point in you acting all...
He's built a family as well.
Yeah, like he's built up this reputation for being an honest dude. So if he's kind of all of a sudden now kind of going, oh, maybe I might take it actually, but right, we'll just fucking say that rather than being mystical with the fucking media. But he's only ever like that whenever he's just trying to piss people off, essentially. I think that's what he's doing with the media. It's like, why would I ever leave to go to a quite literally worst club? And it's officially half time here, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's my point, Paul. That's mining Kaka's point here. They've got no European football, so it's a big downgrade.
Well, as we stand right now, half time here, Kyogo's goal in basically the brink of like the 38th, 40th minute, basically the second shot that we had in target. We managed to put it in. It was a lovely finish after the good inside pass for O'Reilly, but again, when you look at the course of the match, we could have had fucking more than just one.
Like I will ask you the question, Dylan Campbell and Paul. Would you, like me and Carl here, was your respect for Ange? Because I'm just gonna assume yes.
Well, I wouldn't honestly care. I'll be real. But of course, my computer's decided to slow down, so everything's in like fucking minus.
And Carl, what's your opinion of that first half?
My opinion of the I've actually just sat there and spoke about it for the past 5 minutes. My opinion's kind of cemented in stone. We had a much better closing 5 minutes than we did the opening 40. But realistically, we just need to get a second, kill the game dead, because realistically, if Inverness score one, they'll get the momentum swing and feel like they might have a chance. But if Celtic score a second, not a chance in fucking hell that Inverness get back into this, based on what I've seen anyway, because they've literally done what Aberdeen did last week.
Yeah, we need to keep going like the tempo we did when we scored the goal and after the goal. None of this fucking nonsense with the 35 minutes beforehand.
As weird as this change is to suggest this is what I honestly think would make sense, take Maeda off, push Kyogo out to left wing and bring O on.
No, that makes sense to me. That makes sense.
Because Maeda's run himself into the ground and you can tell that he's going to burn out by the time the 55th hits, so there's no point keeping him on for an extra 10 minutes. It's just, again, if you're going to run him into the into the ground, fair enough, you know what I mean? How are you doing, Shamrock? I've seen that. Top of the league. Oh, that's good. The very least something to smell about. Well, as you can see here, mate, we're doing alright. It's not been the funnest game to watch, I'll be real with you. It's kind of dragged in a bit, but again, when you don't feel too particularly well and all that shit, it kind of just everything kind of feels the same anyway.
It was a fucking great goal though. Matt O'Reilly done so well to hold it up.
Oh yeah, I mean the assist was genuinely really fucking nice. The finish was beautiful because he gets in front of his man and kind of puts the pressure on where he needs to.
It's so funny as well watching your reaction back. You fully skied it.
Yeah, I
I
honestly
was
did.
celebrating and you fully skied it.
Like genuinely, I see when he leans up, or when a player leans back like that. Every time I expect it to straight over the ball, but in fairness to him, no, he keeps really good fucking control over it actually, and he was kind of able to just stifle it off right into the top corner. And thankfully for us, Regis was not quick enough to react.
I'm now definitely more happy and more positive about this second half now.
I'm a lot more at ease anyway. Like I said, as long as we had something going into half time, it kind of gives us something to build off of. I'm just kind
I'm
of
now
disappointed that
I'm
it's
now
just a
hoping for
one.
your prediction instead of mine, because what did I say, 2-0?
Yeah. That's the wrong screen. That's the right. Just seeing what they have to say it. I mean, Martin O'Neill just looks more. I think he's in the same boat as everyone else, where he's just kind of like, why is it only just one? I mean, if you're thinking about changes that we'd make, where would you kind of look to? Because I don't think there's any defensive changes we need to make, because we've been pretty fucking good in that aspect. Starfelt's done really good at playing the sweeper role this game.
Just get my head off, and then I think another sub will need to wait a little longer. We can wait maybe a little longer.
I would loiter it in towards the midfield. Like maybe I try once the 60th kind of comes along. If he's still firing out loose passes every now and then, probably take him off for like a Turnbull. Because again, we can basically field our children for this point on, and I'd feel pretty confident in winning. Yeah, it's just showing that Keel goal back, man. That is a lovely finish. Really surprised how he's able to keep it down as well as he did, to be honest with you. I'll be real. Lovely finish that actually. They're just kind of talking about what the basics that Inverness need to do to get back into the game, and I do actually agree with them on a lot of points. If Inverness want to do anything, they first of all need to stop playing out for the back.
Yes.
The team's all about physicality, so realistically it would make sense for them to try and play along or play for set pieces, but the fact is they haven't really gotten into the final for that often to threaten to make those chances. They've had like the ball in behind once, and it was an offside call, which even then Hearts still managed to get to it first. So if Inverness want to do anything, they'll basically need to just say fuck it and change their entire game plan, because realistically, I mean, if Celtic score in the next 5-10 minutes after kick-off, we can comfortably call this game done.
I'm getting a bunch of messages, and I thought it was gonna be people talking about football. Everyone's just talking about the fucking weather to be boiling like all week.
I don't know. Lindy's like fully open at this one. No, actually, I closed it. That's when I had to close it like the 10th minute because it was fucking loud.
So yeah, I saw that. I was like, glad I was talking about the. It was just like my phone. We also had that chance earlier where I think it was Matt going for a left-footed shot and he hit it into the ground, which was unlucky. It went over the ball.
Well, but if you look at the chances that we
It was,
should
it
have
was,
scored,
it was an alright effort because he was stretching. Honestly.
the only two chances that I properly, I mean, like I can let Keogh go second, like good chance, the one that went just past the post goal because it was a good attempt on the outside of his boot. But the
Yep.
fucking Jota dribble into the box where he just kind of stood there pissed me off. Honestly, I'll just kind of say it as I get Jota as a certain type of player, but he just needs to
Helmet doing with his
hit them.
skills.
I get when you're free throwing a lot and you know you're rainbow flicking cunts for fun. That's fun, you know, whatever. But you know, at that point in time, it's 0-0.
Beautiful weather where you're in, Jerry. That's great to hear, bud, because it's lovely where we are there. It's boiling.
In the county of Kildare. Just curious to see how Inverness kind of come out if they've got any formation changes or the like. I can feel my body actually just dying inside now. Oh, this VOD is going to do terrible. Oh, move. The tricolour at your apartment. Good. That's what you need to do. If you have a flag, put it outside your window, you nail it to a wall. I've got like the Scotland Royal crest in my hallway. That flag's like done and nailed up. I actually have a tricolour in that cupboard, but it's behind my desk, so. We're about 2 or 3 minutes away from kick off, so what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to get myself a can of juice because I'm feeling a wee bit nauseous. If you've got any questions or that before the second half kicks in, you're more than welcome to throw them in chat. We do have a bit of time before the second half gets underway. I'll try my best to be a bit more lively. Fucking hell, is it hard. Just give that a little refresh. If you want to see the goal, by the way, there is, like, if you go into Google and search up, it will come up there. I can't show you it for copyright reasons. I mean, my last week's VOD stream, I had to spend like 10, 11 hours editing out little bits, like Angie's speech and all that sort of stuff, because it was all fucking copyrighted. But I thought it would have done that thing where it kind of, you know, takes your monetization rights or whatever, but instead it was like, nah, what? Worldwide, bitch. Bulgarian moment. You can just imagine that being read out in like a villain's voice, isn't it? A guy I work with supports a team from Bulgaria, out of Plovdiv. They lost a home game, so the ultras went into the dressing room, got the players back on the pitch, made them take off their shirt. That is kind of sus. Fair enough, though. I mean, if they're the ones paying for it. Second half should be getting underway relatively soon. Oof, best away game I've travelled to. I've never went to any away European games, but that's because I don't have a passport right now. Although, I guess if you're going in terms of games that I've seen away, I don't know, I would probably say, I mean, the away day down in Sunderland a few years back was cool. When we beat them 5-0 and what was it called? The fucking Daffabet Cup or whatever bullshit it was called. But I remember we beat them when they just went down to the Championship, or at least I think they went down to the Championship. That was a cool away day, but that was a friendly. But most of the Celtic games I go to are at Celtic Park more often than not. I've obviously been to like other Scottish grounds to watch Celtic play. I mean, Fir Park's there. If I get in the other train station and go the other way, I can go up there. And so I've seen them play at like the ZLX and Fir Park and obviously like Easter Road and stuff like that. But most of the games I've seen them, Shamrock, I would probably say have been at home. The best ever game that I've witnessed in terms of atmosphere was 3-3 between Celtic and City. Just for the fact that people expected us to get absolutely decimated that game and then we score an overhead kick against them. Well, I was right, there is a winger change, but it's a Bada that's coming on. I just missed who he was taking off for, I'm looking for. Not even Google can tell me. Keep an eye out the corner of my thing to see, but yeah, apparently a Bada's on. Still refusing to tell me who it's for, but I think it might be for Maeda.
Please.
That's what I'm kind of hoping for. But we won't know until we're live. I think it is Maeda. Joe looks to be on that left hand side, so yeah, I think we were right. Postecoglou must have seen it as well. Maeda's head just dropped him a little bit towards the end of the first half, so makes sense. Abada has been put on towards the right hand side. Jota has been switched to the left ahead of
Big Ange making a half-time sub. What is going on here?
the away days in Barcelona. I would have loved to have been at that. Like, don't get me wrong, we've only ever had one good game at the Camp Nou, that 0-0 draw with David Marshall popping off, but well, that's an awkward one for Hart. That was a weird pass. Although Inverness have immediately came out with a higher line. Well, that's one thing I can say, they've actually got people inside their half. So maybe there is a bit more interest to this half. At the very least, I think there'll be a couple of chances for the boys in blue, but not much more than that. Hopefully, as long as Joe Hart doesn't have a fucking blinder. Someone's dog is getting murdered outside my fucking house.
You're just here for your flat.
like genuinely, I don't understand it, but I think my upstairs... Like,
oh, pass it! Oh, no!
No. Such a good opportunity, Kyoko. Why'd you try and dink it? You fucking...
Wait. Oh wait, it's a goal kick also? Did it come off the crypt keeper and then Kyogo again? Is that what happened?
I think it did, it came off him and then off his chest. It was a quick punt for Inverness though.
Nice.
Oh,
well, I
shit.
thought I was going to wait for the cam, but no.
Inverness had a shot! Inverness had a shot!
Dude, he was a bit hopeful there. Wishful thinking.
Set like for 40 yards out, but they have done what Aberdeen failed to do a week ago. They they did something. They managed to get a chance.
Greg Taylor almost making Joe Hart panic for the first time there.
I'm just waiting for the one inevitable Joe Hart moment every match.
Look at how higher their line is already, by the way. after that.
It's because they know they need to score and they need to score early on. Like if they don't want this to go like 90 minutes in extra time because our bench depth is much better. And there's another great ball going QI. It's going to keeper's getting that first every day of the week. That's unlucky, but right idea first.
What a great start.
But it seems both teams are coming out with the intent to score early on because Celtic know if they score the second, it's game, set, and match. But if Inverness score, opens the game up a bit. That's a lovely takedown and touch for Taylor. Spun in towards his man, but it's just going to bounce off. It should be a throw in for us. It is. Spun back quickly towards Swede.
What can Awata do? Awata going forward. It needs options. Goes back to Starfelt.
Probably take an option and go upside the. Oh, he should have gone up left, but instead goes central. O'Reilly just a little bit lackluster to get to that. But
well done, Alistair Johnston, and win the header. Awata. Oh, that's a terrible pass, mate.
No, there's a good passer when it comes to going forward, but not so much going back.
Dude, big Alistair Johnston looks mean when he's intense.
Here's a chance for Inverness, although Starfelt does well to block that one out. Awata is going to just do his best to kind of put some type of pressure on Mackay to stifle that one, and they'll be able to gather and go again. O'Reilly's got a lot of space down that right hand side to aim it and picks it out eventually. Bada cuts it across, and maybe Awata will just kind of play it safe and probably go up the left hand side here. That makes the most sense. Instead goes midfield again. There is space opening up all across the park, but Inverness are just kind of covering the spots that matter. Bada nearly gets a front of that one. That could have been interesting.
Oh, well done, Callum. Well done, sir.
Much better for us. Starfelt looked to kind of go up maybe the left hand side this time, but every time I say that, they just refuse to use it. Oh. Quickly spreads it to Johnston. There's that long ball that we can do damage with.
Oh, great idea. Great idea.
Pass. Just, again, even Abada's run was quite well timed as well, to be honest. They had to run off the shoulder there, but Ridges gets out and claims it again. Just getting a bit of a workout the Inverness goalie. Carter goes. Look at him. We're doing okay. Oh, there's an awkward one. We could do something with this. Come on. Please. Jota taking 15 fucking months for that again. Cuts it back. And by that point, we're all fucking... I do not like Jota when he does that. I fucking despise him when he does that. You are good, Jota, but you are not Ronaldinho. Stop that shit and hit it in. He did so well to get in front and steal that 50 for the fucking left back as well. Did so well to kind of cut it into that space, and then once again, just takes 2 or 3 extra touches and does the stupid back heel pass again. If it didn't work the fucking first time, lad, what makes you think it will work the second? Fuck me, man. We could have had like 4 or 5 of that cunt could just actually just do his job and square it. Come on, lad. Better than that. It's good work for a while, but of course the referee's going to have to give that because it's us. Mackay hugging the floor. That's supposedly actually count. Actually, yeah, I would count ball. I love that. Awat is the one that gets pulled as well. But of course, because Mackay falls to the ground like a little bitch boy, immediately it's given against us. Interesting. Inverness had a better part of 40 minutes to try and get something out of this. You tell he's got like a bandage around his knee. So I think he might have pulled up with something during the first part of the game that we might not have even fucking noticed. And we'll just stifle it though it's necessary, maybe make some changes 10-15 minutes for now and try and see the game out for that. Like I said, I'd be much more comfortable if we could get a second and just make this a lot more comfortable for everyone involved. It's a ball out wide, it's going to take a couple of bounces and deflections and eventually goes towards an Inverness side. They can break with it if they want to, but I mean, even if he played that through, the dude was offside by about 6 months, although he's done well to keep the ball in his court. And there's a ball across. Awata was a little bit awkward with it, but does get the clearance. And eventually it's punted further away. Great touch for Joe, actually, really great touch for Joe. Plays a good ball in. See what I thought he was trying to do, try and force a kind of deflected bounce back, but once again Inverness just kind of hold the lines and fall over for a millionth time with no contact, and it's a foul because, again, of course it is. It's showing that cut across chance. Really surprised they didn't get a foot to that. But Inverness do have a set piece for basically just inside their half. And Hart literally just walks out, stands his ground, jumps up, collects it, and we're good to go. Clever fair bad just to leave that. Well, each minute that we take after the game's pretty important for here, to be honest, but like I said, ideally we want a second. Because if Inverness still feel like they're in with a chance when there's like 10-15 minutes of this game left, they'll start to throw more bodies forward and probably try and force more chances. I mean, they've played a higher line this second half, but they've not really made too much to cause concern, I guess would be the fucking term for it. They've played okay, but I would say it's more defensively okay than attackively great. Taylor's going to run up this left hand flank though and try and do something with it. Good playing behind, there's a ball in. Awkward header from a bar that was just going to be headed back in towards that space. Johnston with a beautiful fake out to buy some time. We'll try our best to keep our shape here, but Inverness once again drop back and got about 6 or 7 bodies in that box ready to defend whatever's coming in. Celtic are just holding it up centrally right now and trying to do what's necessary. I'll give you a call if anyone's new here and you'd like to subscribe, and that would be the perfect opportunity to do so. This is the last game of this season, Celtic-wise. They'll have all the stuff over the course of the summer after this. For those that have been on past streams, it will be football manager stuff. So if you're into that, I suppose you can think for that as well. With a look to try and it's kind of an awkward one there, but eventually Awata gets it recovered. Starfield spreads it up and Taylor's just going to set after on the left. That's where a lot of the good signs of things this half came. Ball in behind, Matt O'Reilly skips past one but gets caught out, and eventually they'll be able to gather and go again. Here come Inverness, it's a deflected pass. And that's an awkward one that eventually just rolls away for the right winger, and thankfully fucking so. But they did break forward with intent now. Starfield. Punted long and taken down even better there. And maybe there's a chance on McGregor. Loose pass and Inverness can do something with it. Welsh plays it forward. Stole away, thankfully. So again, Celtic are just cutting out any unnecessary routes in, basically. Again, simple ball back across, isn't trying to do too much or do anything too unneedless or what. And there was that space again. Atati's going to play a nice 1-2 with the Canadian. And there's another great 1-2 as well. Atati's done fucking brilliantly here, and there could be something on. Kyogo gets a touch, but it's going to bounce all the way out. We still have the ball very deep in their area, and it's going to bounce offside the right back, and we'll have a corner kick. Very good, very good, very good, very good indeed. Just need to see 1 or 2 more bits of good face. Always going to come on though. Like I said, that would have probably been the second change if we were going to make any, and it is officially going to be the one that happens. Just showing his goal again. Cannot fault it. There's a goal worthy of winning any Scottish Cup final, but his time's done in this match anyway. We'll come out and see the last half an hour or so, and hopefully he can add to his tally and show that we have 2 really good informed strikers heading into next season. Both of them scored a brace in the last match against Aberdeen. I'll be curious to see what we can do with this one. Set piece chance, swung in. Headed up high, should be cleared away for Inverness, but only as far as Awata, and he'll punt it straight back towards Starfelt, Taylor, sorry. Another good ball in behind. Taylor again has it in that left hand flank, and could be potential on here. I don't know where he was trying to cross that to, but it was very, very loose from Abada. Right idea, poor execution. That's what I'll say. 30 minutes for this game to do anything really. I mean, this is probably one of the most boring finals I've ever watched. I'm not even going to lie.
It looks like my score prediction is on, which is a scary part.
Oh, that's a good win for Inverness, although again Celtic, it's the same shit on look basically. We win the ball back, give it away stupidly, then they'll run up and just give it away for a stupid breaker pass. They do try and force up the wing, but it's headed off and cleared away for another throw in. Should be able to gather and go again, and which we do. Starfelt. Well, I presume it was going towards a water, but a hot cut in front of that. Like, nope, I want a touch.
This feels like it's going to be the slowest fucking half an hour of our lives.
As long as we can get a couple of more chances, but we're doing what we were doing at the start of the first half.
Yeah, which is why I didn't want. But oh, here comes a good ball. It's a great idea, but it's too much on it. Way too much on it. And again, that looked like Hatai with the right idea, but again, too much.
So I wouldn't be as pissed off if we weren't doing the same literal 3-4 attacks on loop.
Big man shing his head though.
I don't fucking blame him. Just think back across, they should gather it, and they do eventually. I'll try and go down the. Well, they really should have tried to have gone down the right hand flank. Jot has done well to win that.
Oh, come
but
on.
fucking course, the referee's going to just be a slimy little bitch once again. That's like the 4th, 5th time where they fell over from a pretty respectably fair challenge and immediately foul was given. You do realise advantages exist for a reason, right? But they're pretty consistent in the idea of just giving everything against us right now, but they do have a set piece chance, similar to the one that they had last time out, just on the inside of our half. Swung out wide. Hot once again, he just comes out of it. I'm literally watching the same 4 attacks on loop. It's depressingly bad how game this. Like, if you're on neutral watching this, you can understand why people go Scottish football's a joke. Because this has been far too fun. Like, I mean, I'm sitting here streaming this, and I'm trying my best to find any way to make it entertaining, but it is quite literally just the same shit. Away from Iwata, it's going to be gathered. Mackay will try and do his best to force up. He's getting hacked and fucking fouled every sense of the way there, but the referee, that's when he decides to play an advantage. Good to see you know what it is, you dick. All of a sudden, Celtic are just starting to give the ball away through stupid causes now. It's like 4 or 5 giveaways in a row. I do not disagree with you, Robert. We very much are. Like, it's frustrating to watch at this point in time. I would like to see us score at least 1 or 2 fucking more. You know what I mean? Taylor. Just go across. Nice. Through the middle. The idea
Why
is
is it the
it's just
same
not
fucking
working.
shit, man? Come on.
Go through him. Lads, the wing is not working. The wings are not working. The wings just are not working. You need to play through centrally.
We're just going pass.
No, look,
And
I do
when it
have
is-
faith,
And when
but
it is that,
we need
it's
to
the
go
fucking
through the
centre
midfield.
back to
There we
the
go.
midfield.
Goes through the midfield there. That's what we need to
Foul.
do. Force them into those fucking areas and make it as awkward as we can for them. There's
Look,
exactly
look.
what I'm talking about. Go. Gets it through. Is there something on here? There's an advantage play.
Inside.
And behind.
Oh, that's a good play.
McGregor. Square. 2-0. That's the game. Exactly as I say it, man. Play it through the fucking middle. Things will happen. And Lila Bada, ladies and gentlemen, finally, after like 20 minutes of the exact same shit on, look, we change it up, don't use the wings, and we score a goal. Oh. Yes.
Get done.
You know what
Fucking
could
hell.
be his final fucking appearance for us? Oh, I guess Google's fucked themselves.
What a time
Otherwise-
ball that is, by the way, by I think it's O'Reilly again in Jota.
Once again, that fucking square across McGregor, beautiful.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's not
defender
O'Reilly,
can't
sorry.
set himself on the line, and John, I know we're only playing Inverness, but it's a Scottish Cup final match. I know you probably don't know what it's like to win trophies, but good move. Abada's done fantastic there, no matter what. That's a lovely fucking goal. We've not had a lot of good moments in this match. We've had a lot of attacking moments in this match, but fuck me, how's most of them been cut and dry the same way. We got what we deserved there finally. It should update on the side, but Abada has scored the second. They were doing the classic VAR check, but there's nothing that's going to be given. I'd be very fucking surprised if they tried to take that away for us.
Were they checking? Are they checking if thingy
Yeah,
was
the initial ball
good?
through to McGregor, I think they're checking for a foul on the build up, but I mean the ball through to McGregor was definitely onside, and the ball from McGregor through to Abada was also onside, so there's definitely no offside calls unless there is a foul. Oh, there we go, that is the check. It's close. So the one thing I will say, it is very fucking close, but it should stand.
I don't like how they're not drawing the lines though. Because that looks so close, it's unbelievable.
I was just basing it off of the shadows. The shadows look like tell me that he's onside by like a half inch, maybe an inch. But I'd much prefer to see a view with the lines, I think. Yeah, it's just going to be... Is he giving it? Oh, he's giving it?
He's
Well, there
giving
you go. It stands. Rod Stewart puts his hands in the air and fucking... Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, I was right. The shadows just about told me what I needed to know. He's onside by about
Oh my god, dude.
3 inches.
That's unbelievable.
And his leg just said, yeah, grazie Roberto Baker. Long ball from the kick-off, Inverness have tried to do something right there, but it'll be a quick thing for us. I think Inverness have thrown the towel in now. Like I said, whoever scored the second goal basically has the rights to this tie, and unfortunately for Inverness, we've got the second. I'm not complaining, I'm happy as Larry, but fucking hell, it took way more than it should have to get to this point. One across, nice. Awata will try and break out from the back. Well, if you could like the stream if you haven't, or if you can subscribe if you haven't, all support helps. I am dying right now, so.
Oh, well, he was going to go forward with that, but even still.
Nice, here we go, can do something with this.
Good
Towards the
job.
flanks again.
Look at Big O in the box. Get on his head.
Nah, they would have brought O on to be like I said, a hold-up player.
Oh, what a ball. Oh, go on.
A good chance,
Beautiful
it's
play,
bouncing
Celtic.
around,
Oh,
and
lucky
yeah,
lad.
the flick on, the idea was there, it just wasn't executed in the right way. Celtic fans are in fine voice. Postecoglou looks pretty much as composed as he can be. It's going to be headed up, and Inverness will try and chase it in. I'm not sure why Starfield just let his man run through, but Hawk was up and grabbing that before there was any real hassle.
Oh, right, come on. That's a yellow. Yep.
Already had out his pocket as the player was running by. Decent. We just need to keep it going now. No mercy. Get one or two more and we're fine, but
that's one of my favourite songs that we chant actually that I can hear in the background. I can hear somebody
there's
in the
another
back.
good ball over the top.
Oh,
Corner kick. Maybe no, it's not even a corner kick, it's bounced out for a fucking throw-in.
I can hear somebody outside like chanting one of my favourite chants that we sing in a game.
Should be out for another throw-in, and it is.
Wait.
What's happening here?
What's happening here? Why'd that take so long?
I thought they were honestly making a change or something, but apparently not. Johnston from the throw-in. Pings it in towards that midfield space. That's a good flick on from Abada because it's opening up space and Abada's continued onto that wing. Good ball over the top and no... Was it... Oh, sorry, I think that was O'Reilly actually that was making that run. That was the punt. Inverness are starting to send it forward now. Just trying to get any kind of lucky or loose bounce, doing whatever they can to just try and force anything at this point. Because they need a goal realistically in the next 5 to 10 minutes if they want to try and salvage something for this attack. He's done well to get in for that 50, but it's one back and Inverness can break again. But for the millionth time, Awata just stands in front of his man and gets it away. It should be another throw-in for Inverness though. And it's not to say Cali Thistle have played particularly bad, they've just not attacked at all, really. They've not tried. Defensively, they've been pretty good. But anytime they've gotten into the final third, it's been like watching shite and sugar, essentially. It's not been impressive. I think this is a Celtic team that's gotten out of third gear already. I'll be fully real with you. We could have played a hell of a lot better than what we have up to this point. We've talked about some of the other chances that we've had and stuff like that before, where things just haven't gone necessarily to plan.
Oh, go on.
Could have had 2 or 3 more, please.
Oh.
So that's out for a corner kick, yep.
Offside. given against him apparently.
Well, why wait the extra 30 fucking seconds to do that then? I didn't even look that off, to be honest.
He looks just off to me, but even then, why he shouldn't have waited that long.
Pulled his shit, he pulled on the shoulder there. I kind of just noticed that. I was looking up to the left flank like an idiot, and it wasn't all that I was looking at.
Well in, go on to that.
Nice, so could have chased a bit more there. There's a bit of pressure on first. Slightly loose defensive touch.
He's miskicked. Someone held a bad out.
Go, ladder. Square it back heel there, lad. Oh my god, instead.
Riley? Oh.
That's it. Straight to the goalkeeper. Right idea, poor execution again. We win the ball back in a smart area of the pitch and then just kind of dilly-dally around rather than just getting it straight into the box and firing it. I tell you what, we might not end up with my prediction of 3-4-0, but at this rate, we could have had like 6. I was very much writing about how the game would go. I knew Inverness wouldn't be a threat in any way, shape or form. This game was in the bag before it kicked off, but fuck me, they've rode their luck a lot for it to only be 2-0. It's another hefty touch for the goalkeeper, but he's got it away. Celtic for their 400 quadrillionth time will just get it back towards the defence and build again. They've played okay. I mean, I wouldn't say this is anything more than a 5 out of 10 performance for Celtic so far. The goals have been nice, but the amount of effort we've had to put in to get them is quite sad. Especially when you consider that this is an Inverness team that's had maybe, 2 or 3 shots the entire match up to this point. And I'm convinced not one of them's been on target. So wide for a throw-in for one of us. Judging by the Inverness's bench's reaction, it's a throw-in for us. Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with it. Definitely nothing wrong with that at all. Let's see what they... Made a couple of changes. Delaney's on for Inverness. Billy Mackay's off. Austin Samuels is on as well. I couldn't see who the other change was. But Inverness are just going for more midfield-based orientations now, doing what they can. But we've got to that point in the game now where I'm more or less, I can kind of put my feet up and go, this is done. No, fuck me, I've gotten most of my changes right, because Turnbull's getting ready to come on, and I presume that would be for Hatate, and then Askabanovic is on for Jota. And Hatate is coming off, well there you fucking go. I know my team better than I think I do.
Hags is coming on for Riley by the looks of it.
Well, maybe as an anchor, like deep lying playmaker, maybe. I'm not going to complain about it. Askabanovic does deserve minutes regardless. I think we're safe for now, aye. Look who's that on the Tyrone. Oh yeah, basically, man. Like, O'Reilly's... Aye, well, he's getting a much needed rest. Slight smut for the boy, but Turnbull's going to go out and get some minutes to close out this campaign. Here we go. Starfelt spindles it. Just some play around the back for the Celtic team now. Played into
that's really nice, David. Beautiful.
Oh, he's fucking sold them a dream. Perfect ball out to the wing as well, and Jota can take that run down the flank. Played in towards David Turnbull.
David's done well to win it for us. How's that there foul, ref?
Don't think that's a foul to anyone, but the referee's giving it a... Basically, any time Inverness hit the deck, it goes their way. we should act surprised, but I am not. I will tell you every time that we get a foul given against us, it's usually just because we are Celtic. I mean, no offence or anything, but fuck me, he was the one that drags Turnbull down again. I don't think the referee understands how challenges work. And I love how they keep showing this fucking challenge between Awata and their number 8. It wasn't even inside of the box, and they're like, oh, they could have claimed for a penalty there. I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't have got it though. So incredible how fucking biased some of these commentators can be, man. Suck out your arse. Here comes Awata. Left cleverly by Johnston, but Abada tried to be a wee bit more ideal with a flick on it. Takes a bounce off of the right back and they'll give away, shit themselves and go again. Johnston's throw in didn't really leave too much to be desired as a foul for us though. Turnbull's been whopped. It's probably been one of Inverness's more respectable players, Welsh, they do. At the very least he's tried to put challenges in. Ball it towards the left. Could be potential for a third here. And behind, good feet. Up towards O, deflected away, punted as well. Starfield tries to put a little bit of pressure on, and eventually Awata cuts in front and gets that ball away. Abada was there to chase just in case it made it over the number 3. Sorry. Oh. Takes another lucid bounce and it could go somewhere, but Celtic just opt to retain their shape and go up the left hand side again. Jota's initial touch is good enough to keep it under control, and some good play between the midfield to just open up Inverness's midfield. Eventually it's just kind of played around the back and Inverness's shape's essentially reset. But Celtic are more than content enough at this point to just kind of play it across the ground and do what's necessary, no stupid shit.
Oh, push.
Right idea, but just was never looks like it was going to threaten the target there. Can't fault it if you ask you, but ideally take a touch and hit it first. There's the punt for the goal. It's already been pulled up for some defensive changes. I think for Inverness, yeah, making 2. Scott Allardyce is off. McGregor is on, although Roddy McGregor. Keep hearing that audio and I need to speak over it. Aaron Doran, he's on as well. I'd imagine they would, since it's a treble celebration, although I can't show it because I got DMCA'd the last time. Like the guy got copyrighted the fuck out of. It's probably a part of the reason why this stream's performed so poorly, but like I said, this is a game where 90% of people in Scotland could watch it for their TVs, essentially. It's not like it's on Sky or... I mean, I'm watching it through Viaplay, but...
Oh, go on.
Could be something, you know, just take the fucking pass in.
That's it. Oh, Pash.
Oh.
Way.
I was kind of hoping that deflected. I really hope that deflected out for a corner, but probably not. 9 minutes to go in this game.
Oh, fuck off.
As if I'm surprised it's another foul. We're about 82 minutes gone, so realistically, as long as we can see out the rest of this in comfort, we will be pretty good. Who knows, maybe Inverness go for this and make it interesting, but I highly doubt it, to be honest with you. There is the long ball in towards the box, and he does actually get a chance away, but it's, again, probably further away for the goal than the actual width of the goal. Suppose it's another shot for Inverness if you want to give them that. Starfelt. Easily after Taylor, and turn goes back towards his man. Good feet, should get up again, does eventually do just that. Good attempt to try around the control, but it's just going to be a set piece throw in for us on the right hand side, or left hand side, sorry. Forgive me, I need to stand up and stretch. I've got fucking cramp in my leg. Oh, you bitch. Oh, yeah. No, that is... Yeah, okay. I'll have to stand like this. Cramp in the leg. Oh, you bitch. That stinks. Oh, I should have done stretches before this. Inverness have got it for the back, though. That should be... That's it. Like that, man. Oh, that could be awkward. And Inverness have scored. I've just sat down for recovering for cramp and Inverness have just fucking scored. Their first shot on target. I can legally do this! Joe Hart is useless! Let's go! At least I'm justified in hating the prick, because once again a header basically straight at him. Basically straight at him. And it goes in. You have got to be ripping the piss. There is no... Oh yeah, I guess we do make the fucking end of the game interesting. God damn it, Celtic! There's a ball over the top though. There could fucking be something on for us here. Holy shit. Good cut across with Jota. Again, just taking one too many touches and it takes a deflection off. I really do not like how shit Jota has been this game. I'm going to say it as it is. He has been not good. 5.5 out of 10 if I'm giving him a fucking rating. He's had moments, but my god, more often than not is he just taking way too many. I mean, how the fuck does that even get in? Awata just stands off his man, lets him run through. I think that's that Samuels. I don't know if it's Samuels or Mackay. One of the two gets in behind and headers in.
I think it was Mackay. Not the Billy Mackay because he went half. I think it was Daniel.
One of the like 15. One of the 15 ones. Yeah, no, understandable, Joe. But hey, like I said, we were going to have a Celtic moment, or we're going to have a Joe Hart moment in this game. Joe Hart moment has happened, so realistically, we should be good.
It's ridiculous as well, mate, because we were both like, you were first like, I don't think they're gonna score when I was telling you my scoring, and I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna score, but I said 2-0. I didn't think they were gonna score. Fucking Joe Hart attack again.
First shot and target of the game as well. You'll love to see it, man. It's like a FIFA fucking game. You're playing your wee brother and he just bitches to his mum, like, oh, put the sliders up for me so I can win. But we do have a quick counter-attack here, and Abada instead decides to fall over, I guess. Interesting tactic. Not one I would deploy when you're trying to, you know, put a game to bed.
Come on, man! You fucking gave them an advantage and they played it.
And Welsh just stayed down on the deck. To be fair, yeah, he does have a right to be like, shit, you got swept. do have a little bit of time left to go, but the Inverness fans are now in much more fine voice. Quite literally the first time I've heard the cunts this match. There's another fucking Mackay on the pitch, are you kidding me?
It's like you said, they've got like 4 in the squad.
Starfit, back towards Joe. No, it's just not about fucking slipping up. The last thing I want to do is sit through extra fucking time. Not when I feel as miserable as I do. I'd rather avoid that shit if all possible. So do not do it to me. We should be alright. Like I said, I've got faith in us to see this game out. But fuck me, that was way too easy there, goal. And all of a sudden, your Inverness are trying to actually pin us. But that was exactly what I was saying to you at the start of the second half, wasn't it? Like, if Inverness had scored, that would have swung the game in their favour. And to be fair, they would have been 2-1 up if that was the case. I've literally seen every part of this game coming, and yet I'm still surprised by how it's gone. Out wide for a Abada. We'll play it in behind for David Turnbull. Should snapshot it. Does snapshot it. It was the right idea, but again, just not the greatest contact shot, and eventually it's going to be gathered and hopefully played back in again. McGregor. Turnbull. Good hold up play. Haskabanovic squares it. Johnston. Turnbull gets it from Abada. Just content to pass it around them at this point.
What ball?
Here we go.
Oh!
Again, another opportunity where they should have undoubtedly squared it, but instead tries to take it from a closed fucking angle.
Even if you don't square it, just place it in the opposite corner for where the keeper is. Make it hard on the keeper.
Oh no, it was a good save. It just wasn't hit with enough power. There's Joe. Cleared up and cleared away.
Oh my God, McGregor as well, man. Oh.
I mean, Inverness are doing exactly what they need to do at this stage in the game. They're just trying to stifle us and hit us quickly, but the thing is, if they're going to play constantly high lined, it's not going to surprise me if Celtic can catch them out. Especially if they're planning to pin up high, because again, we're putting in chances, but it's coming for their fallbacks. Because they're stepping up way too often now that it's getting kind of laughable. Johnston.
6 added minutes? Serious right now?
Hitting on to the fucking 90th. There's McGregor. Some good defensive play, Johnston down that side. Could go up with that, does.
That's a great ball. The first time.
Across.
Hit it!
Head. Get on! Put it in! Yes! There we go!
Nah, get on! That's the trophy right there.
Felipe! Jota! Finally! Doesn't he take an extra fucking touch? And look what happens! It's game over! Yes! Jota looks like he's just seen the man that killed his fucking mother in the crowd or something, man. What's that stare about? But it does not fucking matter because, ladies and gentlemen, we've scored a third. That's it. Game over. Treble secured. Life on track again. There's a lovely ball across for Abada, and it's just a completely mistimed header at the back post. I can't see the number of the guy, but Jota just takes one touch, doesn't do anything too unnecessary, and fucking hits it firstly. Just does not mess around with it. Chest, hit, in, corner, beautiful shot, can't fault it. Eventually, couldn't have fucking put it better myself. Oh, Paul, I've been not well over the last whole week. I spent most of yesterday spewing, if that gives you a rough idea of how bad I've been. But like I said, I was not missing this for the fucking world. Forrest will get some minutes. Jota's came off. Gets a hug for his manager as he damn well fucking should. Not the best game for Jota, but he woke up.
Champions again, away, away. Champions again, away, away. Oh, go on, Jamesy.
Kane.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Can't fault anything about the way that this game's unfolded.
Oh,
I mean,
one of them's just fell down and the ref's not storm play.
see what he
Oh,
should. Good trick. Oh. Avoid me there slightly early running behind. I credit to Abada. Yeah, he was fantastic for that goal to be fair to him. He's got a goal and an assist basically in what could be his last performance for us. No quarrels with it at all. Jota just getting some water in his system. Everyone else that's wearing green and white aren't really wearing green and white anymore because top's off.
in the huddle.
Still a little awkward for Inverness here though. Could have got something for that, but Forrest has got it up the left hand flank. He might just aim for a quick pass, or he might just keep running. Goes inside for Askabanovic. To Taylor. Ball hit across. There's definitely time for something to happen, but I'd be very surprised. I'll be fucking real with you. Ball across again, Turnbull. Johnston played through the midfield. It's not going to find. Oh, it's still might actually. Oh, has got it. Go.
Fucking kill that.
Ah. Okay, well, I guess O has taken on Jota's ability just to not hit it first time there. Fair enough. I mean, I don't care because there's like 2 minutes left in this game and we're close. But nearly 20 odd people in here for this, so thank you everyone that's came along. Very much appreciated. Got 2 more minutes and then we're certified treble winners, gentlemen. Again.
More history.
This is the thing, we're sitting living through it right now and we're going to be like, ah, you know, this is standard shit for us, but in like 10 years this might, with you.
Oh, what ball that is. Oh. Oh, James Forrest has still won it.
Mm.
And the ball is going to come in the box. Unless
not gonna
James
go
is
anywhere.
supposed to this time. Oh, that's well played. Haksabanovic. Turns. Oh. And just over the
Yeah,
bar.
just leaning back a tad there, just a tad or much, but a much better second half in comparison to the first. They've made a hell of a lot more chances and actually put a lot more chances on target in general as a whole. There's only 1 minute. Inverness just throwing bodies forward because they realise that if they try and might as well make this game a slight tad more respectable score-wise, but Celtic have got it back in their own defensive end and we'll probably just look to see this one out now. Taylor to Starfelt. Back towards Taylor.
Oh, what a ball that is.
And there could be one last sweep attack on here. One last little
1-2 between. That's a great ball. Oh.
across. Nice idea. I can't fault it. It was
Yeah,
quite
that's the final whistle.
But ladies and gentlemen, treble secured, life good. Postecoglou goated. Oh, he's arranged now. Is he saying goodbye? Nah, don't think he is, mate. Don't think he is, but everyone's enjoying themselves. Oh, look at that, 115 trophies. Scotland's most successful football club. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Scotland's most successful football club. Read it and weep, boys. Read it and weep. So many fucking good things to take for that performance, man.
8th treble.
And our fucking 4th in the last, what, 6 years?
I look at that as a nice message for you, big man.
We did so well. I think we cannot fucking follow that all. Thanks for the shows during the season, man. The thing is, I'll still be live over the summer and stuff like that. This is the last game that I'll be covering Celtic wise, and obviously the pre-season games like a month from now. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's been pretty fucking cool, honestly, getting to sit here and do this, because I mean, I started this in September, like I said. I was not expecting people to come in, I was not expecting people to enjoy, you know, just fucking around and chatting, whatever like that, so, like I said, I wouldn't be doing these things if I wasn't getting the support and stuff back, and like I said, I knew this one wasn't going to do as well today, because it was a much more accessible game, but at the same time, you know what I mean, it's a good enough way to cap off a pretty good seasonal stream debut, I guess, if you want to call it that. But like I said, over the course of the summer, I'll be trying my best to do a little bit of extra things content-wise, and obviously the boy that's with me in chat, in fact, let me just pull up his link very quickly, because realistically, that's probably the wise thing to do. But I'll be live, more or less, a hell of a lot more often over the course of the next, like, few weeks or so, at least until, like, the start of the season, I guess, if you want to call it that. But that should be that. There we go. If you want to go give him a follow, that would probably be the best way to do it. That's a man that's been in comms with me for most of this game. So we've been. I can't give a fault it. You know what I mean? My entire time watching this, all of the games I've streamed this season, I've seen us lose 3 times. Which ain't bad for the better part of 40 fucking videos, you know what I mean? That's a pretty good success rate if you ask me. But this VOD, once it's done anyway, that'll be the last of this season, and then, like I said, obviously there's the Scottish national games that come up. You know what I mean? Let me just pull up the Scotland national games actually. But these will be the next games that I'm live for, obviously, in terms footballing wise. Norway and Scotland and Georgia, because like I said, if we hit over 600 I was going to do all of these goals and stuff anyway for the end of the season, and like I said, we've overperformed by like 40, so can't fault it. Like I said, no subscribers are out the day, but most of these are people that have been here since like the starting points of the season, and like you just said, Paul, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It's been an honour to bring it to you, gentlemen. An absolute honour. But we're not quite done yet. We still have a trophy to witness get lifted. I'll tell you momentarily if it's on YouTube or not, actually, but I don't want to, obviously, show it because DM shade. Yeah, how would you rate that final as a whole, Flash? Like, if you're getting it like a school.
Sorry, what there?
If you're getting it like a school grading, like, what would you give today's like final performance? Because I wouldn't put it any much higher than a B.
If I'm comparing it to pretty much the whole season, not the best way to end the season by all means, but at least we got the job done. I'll go for B minus.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much well,
just above average.
Because we still had to do the job. You know what I mean, we still had to go out and put the wins together. We still have to do what's necessary. And thankfully for us, we've done all of the good steps today. We've had to win every match that's mattered this season. We've done that. It's just a case of obviously taking that momentum and going forward. But like I said, it's good to see that the boys managed to just kind of keep their heads down and do what was necessary. Because I mean, at half time we'd only had, what was it, like 6-7 shots. So I mean, I'll actually need to look at the full time stats. Yeah, I mean that seems about right for how the play went. 19 shots, 6 on target, 74% of the ball to 3 shots and 1 on target. Like Inverness just won non-existent today, and they still managed to score somehow. So it kind of just shows you that there's still some things that we need to tweak out. You know, defensively going into next season, there's some things that we can work on. But like I said, there's a whole transfer window, and I think people will just be looking forward more to see what happens with Ange over the next few weeks, because obviously if he does go to Spurs, he'd probably want to make that move fairly early, so he has that entire summer window to work with his team. But I'm still very much in the boat that, I think that he stays. I think he's got a job to do here first of all. So just having words with Callum McGregor, Postecoglou is just standing in the background waving at people.
Google just update, mate. Google just updated our trebles. I've got to message us because we just won the treble again. Google just updated our trebles. You'll love to see it.
Look at that. They must be raging. No, it means Rangers won't come back next season and pop off on the whole new maidens, but like I said, I'll be live until obviously after the trophy lift, and I don't know if you're going to go. Are you going to go live after this actually?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Might be tonight, but no after this because gonna do a bit with some folks. I think.
Yeah, I need to go and fucking recover. I'm surprised I was even able to get through the entire stream. That's why I was pure hating the idea of it going to extra time, because I'm like, would I be able to fucking sit through this?
Yeah, hail, lads. And fucking well done.
Look, tips off another really good season. And like I said, next I'll be basically covering every game next season, or at least most of them, or at least the ones that I can, or what I'm not sick for. But there's been a few streams this year where I've not felt particularly great, and I've just kind of got it over and done with. So, I mean, this was a game that was as big as any. I don't know what this will do in terms of VOD views, but I'd be very surprised if it broke more than a couple of hundred.
Angelo becomes our 5th manager as well to win our treble, if I'm correct in saying. Only our 5th.
Deservedly so, there's Carter Vickers.
Deservedly so, yep. Couldn't agree with you more, mate, on that deservedly slow part. Couldn't agree with you more.
That's the referee's getting all of their shot. Will he stay or will he go? We'll know soon, but I'm hoping he stays. I'm very much in the same boat. I would hate to see Postecoglou go, but see, at the end of the day, we can't force a man to stay at a club against his will. And if Tottenham offer him good enough money, maybe. But in my head, I think he's got a project here, and he's got something that he's developing, and yeah. I mean, as Flash actually just said in chat there, I don't think it'd be Tottenham that he would go to. It'd probably be like a Marseille in France, because at least they have Champions League football. Or do they even have Champions League football? Because I know Lens managed to sneak in. There's the boys going up to get their medals now.
Look out. Did you see that, mate? Big Alistair Johnston looked so chuffed because he made it for the final.
Just good to see them. Good to see it.
Yeah, Michael, I think he's here for another 2 years. I'm not going to say minimal because anything can happen in football, but that's just my opinion. If he doesn't, if he goes, he will not go to Tottenham.
I would take a pretty big draw for him to kind of do that. I think 2 years. I mean, maybe at the very least, like I said, minimum, he would probably stay to at least, the end of next season, because he wants an actual crack at the Champions League with his actual team that he's now got built up to a respectable standard.
Exactly. It also depends on how much we improve.
Exactly, and we have an entire summer window to do that, so Postecoglou is going to go.
Yes, go on, Cal.
And there it is. Another treble lift for us, gentlemen. Another one. Well fucking done, boys. Absolutely well done. I might feel miserable, but my soul is happy at the sight of that. Holy shit. Yet another one. And we get to do it
There's
all
another
again next
stat for you,
season.
mate. That's our 5th treble in 7 seasons.
That's the thing, if all of the trebles that our club's ever had, I've been alive for at least half of them. Joe lifting the trophy, good to see. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Champagne is it? And Postecoglou just vibing, doing his thing. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Oh. Oh, I suppose I need to get prepped to end the stream relatively soon then. Because I'm not going to sit and do a whole 40-minute pre-show, post-match show, because you haven't figured it out by now. I'm not feeling too great, so. My ass is, once this stream's done, I'm going to make food and I'm going to sleep. Yeah, what a fucking season as a whole, man. 3-4 defeats throughout the entire thing. In fact, if you add in the Champions League games, we lost all in the better part of, what, less than 10 games. Yeah, I mean, there was a thing that I did with the YouTube polls. Actually, I'll pull that up now. Because after the Aberdeen stream last week, when that one finished, I put up a poll that was asking people what they thought of the season. I guess I'll go through and see what people voted for. Because I haven't looked at it since. Let's see. Yeah, well, I basically asked how you would rate the season as a whole for Celtic. That might include next week's stream if I remembered. So, in the case of we celebrate to tune on the guitar. But, I mean, I can try, I guess, but I don't even know if my guitar's tuned. They'll have me. I'll check that first of all. I don't know how to play guitar, guys. I just play music sometimes. I don't even know if a shit's tuned. That's what I'm about to find out. Definitely not. Fuck it, we play anyway. What can I? That one's definitely untuned. Let me fix that first. Because it'll piss me off. Right. We go again. Yeah, something's that fucking string all the time. I don't know how to play sheet music at all. I'm shit at it, so we'll go with, yeah, fuck it, melody. Puppies. There you go. Tune supplied. I'll need to tune that shit for the next time or whatever. I'll be probably doing that a lot more over the FM streams, you know what I mean? But do need to get that shit tuned and fixed. Sounds great. I'll bring the drums over. Based. Yeah, but I mean, if you're looking for someone that actually knows how to play an instrument, like I said, Flash, if you go into his Twitch when he's live, he plays bass, guitar, even a bit of keyboard as well. I can, like I said, I play music, but I don't know sheet music. I just look at it and go, no. I just play by ear most of the time. So, yeah, it's probably why it sounds a bit scuffed. But like I said, if you're looking for someone that actually knows what they're doing, probably Flash, because he actually knows how to play actual musical songs, you know, like Coldplay and shit. Oh, I think we've had a pretty good run out to bonus rate, so you got any points to add before I wrap this up, Flash?
I think you've wrapped up beautifully yourself there, lad.
Well, there we
What
go.
because what a season.
We've had about as good as a season as we could have pretty much asked for, to be honest with you, but I think it's time that we wrap this one out. About 2.5 hours is pretty good for someone that's not very well. But I'll break it down for you start by start. When I started my streaming career, ladies and gentlemen, I had less than 200 subscribers, so over 450 of you have joined since the start of the season. That'll be the minimum goal for obviously next season as well, because if we keep going in the path that we're going, end of this year, potentially I'm partnered. That'd be fucking sick. That's what we're aiming for. But of course, I'm not expecting that. But of course, I'll be live over the course of summer. There's the Scotland games, obviously against Norway and Georgia. There'll be the FM saves. That'll be doing the single player one, and probably one with Flash on the side. We'll kind of see what happens. There'll also be some community things that we'll be doing over the course of the next, few, weeks until basically the start of the season comes around again and we start anew. But we've had a pretty good run of things, to be honest with you, but I'll quickly mute myself in here. I'll be back with you in a second, Flash. But yeah, alright. I think that's me. That's done everything that I need to do, so let me wrap everything up. Okay. Right, that should be everything. But thank you very much for watching. It has been one hell of a season. This might be the worst performing one out of the lot of them, but do you know what? Vibes, we don't care. We love to see it. But it's been a hell of a fucking go of it. We'll do this all again next season. Be back for the next few streams. Like I said, I'll be live again on the 17th. That will be the Norway match, but there'll also be some stuff in between. Hopefully you'll be there to join me in for that. I'll try and get a actual schedule out so that you can join at your own peril and win. How you doing, Virtual? You picked a perfect time, man. We fucking won again. Treble secured. Catch yous later, boys. We've done it again.